Like, you're on pace for 4,000 yards with all the talk going into this season and, who's going to be his number one receiver and that being a problem. Is that satisfying to you to know those numbers, or with what's going on, it doesn't matter?
It comes down to winning games. I'm trying to play my best, and I thought we've had some young guys really step up and do some great things. But when it all comes down to it, it's about going out there and playing your best for 4 quarters and putting your team in a situation to win games. And right now we got a big one coming up versus Washington. So I don't care if I throw for 100 yards or throw for 300. As long as we win, that's when you're satisfied.
Are you surprised, though, at all, like a guy like Steve Smith, how he's emerged this season?
I'm not surprised. I knew Steve would have a great year. Going into his third year, he'd always been a key guy on third downs. Working in the slot, moving him around, and I knew when he became the starter, being on the field for every play, that he was really going to emerge and step up and make some outstanding plays for us. So I've been proud of him and how he's worked and how he's improved over the years. And looking for we've had a lot of other young receivers step up and do and play great football this year also.
How about Monday night now? Is that the first of three you have to win, all three?
That's our mindset. Our mindset. Hey, we got to go out there and play great football Monday night, and we got to find a way to win a game. And it's not going to be easy. Washington's playing great football. Their defense is always tough and plays well, and their offense has been playing really well lately. So it's going to come down to us going out there executing and everybody doing their part.
Eli, do they do something schematically different in the red zone that has them as the number one defense in the red zone?
I've just seen a little bit. I've watched a few games, and what they've done, I think they're just sound. It's not a. I don't know if it's really different than anything. It's not like they mix in Tampa too. They will play some quarters. They will blitz and play some man, and so I think it's just some teams just. Where they try to run the ball on first or second down, just don't get much, and they get a lot of third and longs in those situations, and it's just tough. And so they do a great job down there, and we got to really look at that and figure out what's our best way to attack and be able to get some touchdowns down there.
Eli, well, they've been good in the red zone. They've also given up a lot of big plays this year. Can you go into a game looking for big plays, or is that just something that happens?
No, I mean you definitely call your shots sometimes versus specific coverage or versus a certain look, and sometimes you don't get that look on that play, and you gotta throw it to other guys or go through other reads. But sometimes you get the exact look, and you gotta read out. You just gotta read it out and know when you have time, and a lot of things have to come into factor to hit some big plays, and sometimes it's just individual great effort. You can throw it short, you can throw a slant, and a guy breaks a tackle and makes big plays. So it's a combination of both.
Eli, in addition to the red zone defense gelling together, what are the biggest or the most noticeable changes you've seen since week 1 in their defense?
It's not a whole lot of changes. I think that they have kind of stayed within the same game plan. I think they're just playing well. You've seen some young guys emerge and really play well. So it's not like they're doing a whole lot of things differently. They're just they play good football. They're aggressive, and they're just very consistent. They don't change things up much, and so everybody knows what they're doing, and they're very sound in their defense.
Do they do anything fancy with Arakpo and Carter, or are they just lining them up and they're coming after people?
Yeah, no. With the Repo, they put him at the Sam linebacker line. And they like to rush him, they like to blitz him, and then on third down he's playing defensive end. So they like to even though sometimes he is a linebacker, in most cases he is rushing. They don't put him in man coverage a whole lot. So but both of them have an ability to find the quarterback, and you have to be aware where they are on the field.